If you like what you see, like this video down below and subscribe. I just totally lost my train of thought because of that truck outside. Hello YouTube! It's the end of the month, which means today is another Book of the Month video, and this month I've been reading Binge by Tyler Oakley. If you're new here, hello, my name is Tori Cyclic. I make new videos every Sunday for Cyclic Sunday with other videos throughout the week. If you like what you see, like this video down below and subscribe while you're down there as well. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram in the description at tss6295. Alright, let's get into the video. So I am now back to reading lots of autobiographical books. I don't know why, I've really been on a kick of loving autobiographical books. I've been wanting to read Tyler Oakley's book for a couple years now, and I've also been watching Tyler's videos since before I even started my own YouTube channel, and he's awesome. I love his videos so much. Tyler is also so sweet in person. I got to meet him at the YouTube space here in New York City at the LGBTQIA+ event that was held there in November. The first thing I'm going to say about the book is the material of it. This is going to sound kind of weird and you might not understand what I'm saying through video unless you own a paperback version of the book, but I really like when books have this like soft, matte kind of feel on their cover. I don't know why, but it just makes it like such a good feeling when I'm holding the book to read it. It's very weird, but I really love that about Tyler's book. Also, I love that the pages of the book aren't like regular paper pages. They're like a matte, shiny paper as well, so it gives you like a different feel of the book while you're reading it. I just really like it. It's a nice different thing that I haven't experienced in a book. Just on the first page of Binge, I've already have a huge section of it underlined that I'm going to read to you that really stuck out to me, and I was like, this is exactly how I need to live my life from now on. Binge on the things that bring fulfillment and happiness and satisfaction and make you feel alive. Binge on people who fascinate you and love that wakes you up from monotony. Binge on exploring both your hometown and the farthest continent. Binge on the time you spend bettering yourself and petting dogs. Binge on picking your grandma's brain and learning the story of the time she got catfished. Binge on giving in all senses. Binge on indulging. I really love this section of just the introduction of the book because it's all about enjoying all of the pleasures that you have in life, taking all of the things that you can out of these amazing experiences that you can have in your life, or just enjoying the small little things that are just normal, everyday things. The first chapter of the book, which is called Matthew, taught me something I didn't know about Tyler Oakley, that his name is Matthew Tyler Oakley, and he goes by Tyler Oakley because of having another kid named Matthew in his class. When I read that section of the book, I was like, man, Tyler, I feel you, because as I've talked about in a video that I made during, I think, my junior year of college, I was called Cyclic throughout college because there was another Tori in my class. It bothered me a lot because my name is legally Tori, it's not Victoria, it's not short for anything else. I want to identify as my own name. And reading that Tyler had the same thing about wanting to stand out and be his own person, and he started going by Tyler because of that, I related to that so much. One of the big things that I love about Binge is that it's exactly like how Tyler's YouTube videos are. The writing style feels very honest and realistic, and it doesn't feel like he's trying to sugarcoat anything. Like I've said this with the other autobiographies that I've read too, that everybody's very honest in their books. And especially with Tyler, he's very honest in his videos as well, but I think it even comes through more in this book. Tyler is also very quick-witted and hilarious. He always throws something very surprising in. For me, it's been like the little things that are about kind of sexual and inappropriate things that I'm like, oh, I was not expecting that, but then as I keep reading, I'm like, it's Tyler Oakley. Like, of course that's going to be thrown in, and it's just going to make me cackle while I'm reading this on the subway. The two chapters in the book that I thought were really eye-opening into Tyler's past were Dial-Up Delight and the Binge actual chapter of the book, because Dial-Up Delight talked about Tyler's experience with porn as a child and understanding his sexuality and learning all those kinds of things about himself, and Binge was about eating disorders that he had when he was in high school. From watching Tyler's videos, I wouldn't have known about these things that were happening in his life, so it was really interesting to read a lot about them, especially the body image and the eating disorder chapter, because that's not something he talks about a lot on his channel at all. The big thing that I really liked throughout the Binge chapter as well was finding balance in your life and loving yourself for who you are and not trying to become something that you think you should be or become something that you think other people want you to be just because of an appearance issue or because you feel like you don't look a certain way. On page 106 of Binge, Tyler talks about the first time he watched the Shoes video, which if you've not watched it, it's iconic. It's been around since like 2006, 2007. You need to go watch it. And I remember the first time I watched Shoes and I just could not stop laughing, and I watched it over and over and over again. Reading that Tyler did the same thing, and it helped him really discover YouTube and understand what it was and start to pique his interest in making YouTube videos. All of the chapters throughout the book that are about love and relationships were really, really, really good reads to me. I definitely went back and read through them again as I was reading the book, because there was a lot of things metaphorically that I loved the way that Tyler wrote it. It reminded me a lot of John Green's writing, and it made me just feel a lot of things in my heart. Tyler is just very honest in this book and in his videos and in a lot of things that he does on the internet, and I really appreciated how honest he was about these things that happened in his relationships, of discovering his sexuality and going through relationships that would build into who he is today. I think these chapters really allowed for the reader to get to know Tyler more intimately, getting to know more of something very personal about him that's very close to his heart. There's also really interesting conversations about sexuality throughout these chapters, about Tyler's own experience with coming out and having a boyfriend in college and dealing with him not coming out and dealing with hiding their relationship and all of these different things that came with being gay. Because I'm not a part of that community, it was really interesting for me to read that and understand more about it, and that's something that I'm very interested in learning about more because I want to understand that perspective. Page 227 of Binge gave me another really awesome section of the book that I highlighted and underlined and squared off that I'm going to read to you guys because I think it's something that you definitely need to read. This is Tyler talking about in 2015 when someone came up to him and said, "I'm the person who ruined your life 5 years ago," and Tyler's trying to remember when it was and when it was in the process of him applying for a job at Google. "Getting rejected by the dream job at Google gave me the freedom to pursue something I never thought was even possible. I wanted to work at Google in the first place, not because I had a passion for sales or because I furiously hated Bing or Ask Jeeves. Rather, I was told that that's what my aspiration should be. Only when I failed to get the dream job was I able to figure out my dream job." Now this last sentence really resonated with me. I write all my notes down of what I'm going to talk about in these Book of the Month videos. I literally wrote, page 227, underlined sentence, "Yes, yes, yes," 3 exclamation points. This sentence really resonated with me because it's all about finding the joy and the bliss in your life to figure out what your dream career or job is when something goes wrong. It's also about how things can come at you in like the strangest ways possible and change your entire life plan, but it changes it in the best way possible and makes everything work out and come together in the end. My last big thought about Binge is that there's a really good balance between humor and heart throughout the book. This is proven really well in the book by the chapter Love Lessons and the chapter 20 Things I Would Do If I Were Beyonce for a Day. Love Lessons is a very hard, emotional chapter. Even though it's only 2 pages, there's a lot of emotional stuff that he talks about in it. And then there's 20 things that he would do if he was Beyonce for the day, and it's just hilarious. And so Tyler, as I was reading these 2 chapters back to back, I was like, this is such a good way that this book has been structured, and it's not just in these 2 chapters, it's throughout the entire book. There's such a good balance to it, and it feels really well composed, and it really shows you who Tyler is if you don't know his videos. If you pick up this book, I feel like you already know who Tyler Oakley is, and then you discover his videos afterwards and you're like, it's just the exact same person. It's perfect. I definitely recommend this book to everybody. If you want just like a lighthearted, super fun read, this is perfect. Tyler's writing is fantastic and he's so awesome, and then like also you can go watch his videos afterwards and just enjoy the same kind of feel as well. Let me know down in the comments below if you have read Binge by Tyler Oakley and what you thought of it. And if you haven't already read it, I recommend you go buy a copy of it. I'll leave a link down below to Barnes & Noble where you can go look for it and buy it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can watch my latest video over there and subscribe over there as well. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram in the description and like this video down below as well. DFTBA, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!